Stacy Paterno is going to come up and close for us. You don't know. Stacy's our one of our co-chairs of the Women's Health Council, and she's an AVP at Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and I've had the pleasure of working with Stacy for many years.
Thank you. Actually, Carrie is still here.
Carrie's still here?
She should almost come up here because actually I saw Carrie after I was committed to this role, and Carrie said, no, don't worry, I'll close.
Stacy, I would have, but then it got printed, and I said,
I know. And Marcia's going, you gotta sit at the table. I'm like, why? So anyway, so I'm very impromptu closing.
I got your back.
All right. So, and I know I'm the only one.
This is our other
Yeah, so Carrie. And I know I'm the one standing between you and the exit, and I don't want your continuous loop thinking about I could be getting out of there quicker and quicker. But I think a couple things. I think, the way everything was presented tonight, first of all, I felt like I was in group therapy, so thank you. I was validated by the fact that everything I think about it, I'm not crazy. And it was really interesting because the whole metrics thing, I'm going to tell my little personal story right now. So I'm in a new job, Karen. I'm not going to say, I don't have a great story like that to tell. Nor would I. Right now, I'm a board member here, so we're okay. But I got to my new job, and one of the things I was asked to do is help our executive team with their strategic communications and, just help them articulate our message to the external world. And it was an interesting group, and I'd never been asked to do this. And one of the things the CEO of the company said to me was, if you're gonna sell the sausage, you need to know what goes into it. So, and I thought to myself, this is where I want to be. So I really was excited about that thing. And little did I know that meant that I was committed, basically by blood, every week to a 4-hour meeting that most of the guts of the companies kind of reviewed and analyzed. And I got through 2 or 3 of these meetings, and I came home every Tuesday with headaches and just exhaustion. And it was because there's so much about healthcare I don't know, and it's got to do with exactly what you're talking about business acumen, the finances. And I worked at State Street as a mutual fund accountant, so it's not as if I haven't done finance. But it's really hard. And I said to my husband, I said, I feel like I'm in an MBA program right now. And I said, and you know what? At first I would sit in these meetings and I'd be on my computer working on all the other things I needed to get done while that stuff was happening. And then it hit me one day, I said, I have to take advantage of this opportunity because if I don't, I'm going to miss something that I'm supposed to learn right now. And so it is painful. And metrics, Karen, I'm with you. There's many days if I have to go through one more metrics conversation, I'm ready to throw myself out the window. But at the end of the day, it is a way businesses run. It is something that they can look to and guides them. It becomes like that light that they have to, kind of aim for. And it's really hard, but if you can force yourself to think differently about it and make it your own, though, that's what I'm doing in my department. I decided, you have your goals, you have your metrics, you have all these things you have to, kind of put into this big system that then spits them out and makes it part of the big company. I said to my boss, I said, I'm going to take this time and I'm going to actually make new ways that we're going to think about these metrics and how we're going to measure on these things, because I just don't think it's right the way we're doing it right now. I don't know if everyone's going to agree with me, but I'm going to take it head on and try. So, if you get the opportunity, don't waste it. Take it, really try your hardest to do that, because it's really not fun. And most of you are providers, and you deal more in the healthcare world, and it's not something we think that we have to know and learn and do, but I encourage you more and more to think about that. And then lastly, Marcia, I think everything you said is so true, and I always say when people are complaining about things, I say, well, what do you do? And they go, what do you mean? I'm like, well, when was the last time you were at a town hall meeting? And they look at me, I've never been to a town hall meeting. Well, have you ever thought about participating in a board? Have you ever thought about where do you think you can help make a difference, right? And you can't complain about anything unless you're willing to participate. So next time you think about things that are frustrating you, think about how you can participate and help make that change. And it's not as hard as you think, And town meetings are really funny, So if it's where you think you can get started, or go up to the State House and attend a hearing. That's always an interesting thing. I wouldn't recommend that one as much right away. But or if you can't get out on your computer at your work, if you have the opportunity, go to C-SPAN, listen to a federal hearing. I mean, there's a lot you can do to at least get yourself, whet your appetite, and then figure out where you can help make a difference. Because I really do believe that and it's hard, you're the ones that have to tie everything together at work, at home, but if you make the time to put a little time and energy behind it, it's amazing what you can actually get done. Because honestly, it's very few people that actually end up impacting the things that we all have to live with for a long, long time. So please think about that and consider it. I really do have to say, I think that was such a great way you presented it, so thank you. So that was my little wrap up. I hope I didn't miss anything if anyone has anything you want to share or add. But thank you all for coming. Oh, I did have one thing. My first thing I wrote down when I first got here. Please take the 2020 visions with you. And you know what? Some of you may work at the same institution. There's nothing wrong with every one of you passing them into your HR department. I think that's a great idea. Because you know what? It's kind of like a letter writing campaign to your local legislator. I used to always joke when we did grassroots stuff. All you got to do is find out where the person lives and basically put door hangers 2 blocks around their house. Because as soon as they hear from 5 neighbors, they're going to pay attention to it. So you guys can all help me. Thank you.